Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here, and we're here, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for the final episode of The Promised Neverland. For now, because you guys probably already knew this, but season two was announced for 2020. Actually, before even we all probably saw this episode, the announcement came out. So, great thing that we have more to look forward to, and it won't take that long, right? Like a little over a year, probably, which I think I could definitely wait for with how these seasons go by. Because I was going to go to the manga after this, but I really think I'm gonna hold off and keep my reactions, anime only to the series. It does kind of, suck though. I mean, I guess this probably will end like the arc, the first arc or whatever that they are adapting, but to kind of leave off on such a high note that the series has been on lately, it is going to be like like that there isn't that not that we're not going to be able to get right into more pretty much is what I'm trying to get at, like especially with it leaving off at a high note, because last week's episode was fucking phenomenal, the best episode of the series so far, in my opinion, just from like strictly talking about the anime. Really curious to see how they leave it off here, though. Obviously, we saw Phil was still behind, and I don't think everybody else was. Like I think Ray was questioning that. In the previous episode, I don't know if he exactly said we're missing one person or missing multiple people, but you guys did bring that up in the previous episode. We were talking about it at the end that it may be more than just Phil, because it didn't look like everyone was there, like the babies and all of that, which I think it was it Don and Gilda that were put in charge of that. So I don't know what who specifically, if everyone besides Phil is going to be out, or if there's going to be more than just Phil. But we did see Phil stay behind with with Mama or Isabella at the end of the previous episode. So that was like, I was like, what, Phil? What are you doing? Maybe this is a part of their plan, or Phil's like a double agent or something. I don't know, man. Phil's just been like that the whole freaking series. He's kind of been a mystery. So we'll see what we got in this episode, man. It's looking very good for them right now to get out and all that. Just with the plan that they had with the fire, literally, like it's so crazy how the opening is so fitting to this, because what we saw happen with the house in the previous episode. So yeah, that about does it for that recap kind of the previous episode. Just a little refresher for you guys. We're here to get into episode 12, the finale of season 1. We're going to get started here at the very beginning, 0 seconds. Hopefully, you guys are ready, and we're going to get into it in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, they did a little special intro this time around for this episode. That's kind of cool. I don't think they've done that before, honestly. We saw Phil still there with Isabella. The 4-year-olds and under aren't. They're leaving them there. So Phil, the younger ones. Yeah, because Don and Gilda were supposed to be the ones kind of in charge of that. So that wasn't everyone. That wasn't everyone we saw. So like the way younger ones, like the toddlers and all that, like 4 and under. It would be super difficult. I mean, that is something we've talked about before, that we understand with Ray. Why why it's just almost impossible to get everyone out of here, especially like with the kind of stuff they're doing to even get up on top of the wall and much. Yeah, Ray is kind of, he's had a point about that. We've said that, we weren't denying that. See, like, would they be able to climb up like this, like the 4-year-olds and under? Like, would they be able to, even after this point, to get across, like the was the bridge and all that, or the gate? Escape with everyone. She's saying not now, but later if they're gonna leave him behind. Lots of other plants, lots of other kids. That is true. But there are probably lots of other kids and whatnot that are smart as hell like them, right? But maybe they're not at this point where they're at now. But still, like, yeah, there are a lot of other ones suffering and that don't know the actual reality of the situation. Phil. Oh, she broke it to Phil, and Phil's staying behind. It's just like I thought. Yo. So Phil was suspecting. I mean, I'm not really surprised, honestly. Like, Phil's noticed and been observing all these things. Wow. Aww. Phil. Now it all makes. See, he was suspecting, but now he actually learning the truth. It's a more than a hard pill to swallow. It's more than like she's leaving it to Phil. So that's why Phil stayed behind. Is he gonna like? She's asking Phil this. Should I take them or leave them behind? Right, they gotta let them grow, develop. Yeah. So there would be time, right? But 2 years of time. Wow. Wow. So this explains. So that's why Phil got left behind, or like, so this is a part of their plan. But so what? She's putting Phil in charge of the 4-year-olds and under. The other kids in the plants too. Yo, look at all of them, man. So here's all the 4-year-olds and under. Aww. Phil's in charge of all of them, or Phil's in charge of like that is, yo, she's putting a lot on Phil, man. But he's actually he wants to do this. He's accepting this task, this big task. Alarm's been sounded, and the others have been alerted. Oh shit. Kill the others who aren't high quality. Whoa, it's sending out an army of demons. Jeez. They got demons on deck. Well, I mean, we know there's a bunch of demons, but still, like, to see them all like that, like, with armed and with weapons and shit, like, yeah, the bridge. That's what he said, yeah. We don't go to the bridge. Wait, what? How? There's a spot where you can cross. They have been preparing for this during this time. That's why you gotta give so much credit to Don and Gilda, man. Like we were saying, like it's not just those three. It's not just the trio. It's a whole lot more people that, especially Don and Gilda, that played a factor in this. Definitely a group effort. Phil, I mean, look what Phil is taking on himself, man. They've had a good amount of time to prepare for this. They're actually gonna like zip line across? There's no way, dude. Yo, this music they're playing too. They're gonna use this as like a zip. Ray is blown away, man. So the first person who does this has some balls. Yo, Don has some balls, man. Yo, he's probably shook right now. He didn't even hesitate. He throws it and he's on, bro. He did not even hesitate. And that just gives all the others like, lets them know they're gonna be good. Yo, and probably because they can't throw them across. Yo, Don, I gotta give it to you, man. See, now that Don's done it, like this is gonna make it easier for the others to be like, okay, like we're good. Let's. Wow, they're like using it as a zip line. Ray is just so blown away, man. But they've been practicing this. They've been preparing. Dude, this is so cool, man. I'm happy they didn't use that boring ass bridge. Norman. Oh my god. It's not cool to keep showing me these visions of this man, though. It is not cool. He's blown away right now. To bring all of them, yeah. You're seeing it firsthand. Like, she's a beast, man. She's amazing. Exactly, Norman. They're like, what? Nobody's crossed the bridge yet. Or no one's on the bridge yet. Like, so, oh, is it clicking with her now? It's clicking with her now that they might be. Aww. Understandable. I mean, these kids are so, like, yeah. Imagine having to do this. Like, oh. Yeah, that clicked with Isabella. Like, nobody showed up at the bridge yet. They haven't, like, so they must be. Don't tell me they're trying to do this as we're seeing them do. Like, ah, Ray. Ray's gonna go. Ray's gonna be with her. Ah. As they're shaking, like. Ah, what a boy. My boy, man. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. She just saw that, didn't she? Oh, is this okay? Are they going more into that flashback when we saw her on top of the wall with the Like very briefly before. I think that's what they're going into. You're here on the other side. You made it. Aw. Emma's gonna be the last one. And Isabella's, yo. So this is like a kind of like a deja vu for her almost. It kind of like reminds her of that time. Ooh. Yo. I was like, I'm doing this. You're not gonna stop me. Aw. Yeah, never again. Sayonara. Sayonara. They're out of your grasp. Sayonara. Wow. This is what she wanted to do, though. Isn't it? This is exactly what Isabella wanted to do. Remember when she saw the clip, it was like that she like lost all like hope. That's at least what we can assume, because she came back and look at her now. Obviously, like they did it though. They did it. Is it that lullaby? Yeah, it is. Yo, this is what I've wanted to go into so much, because when they briefly showed that with Isabella on top of the wall, I was like, I gotta get more into that and see what specifically happened there. Just more context on it. Wow, is this like a this is this supposed to be like a parallel or something? Like, cause like Leslie. She reminds me of Emma. That's what I was about to say. The kind of the parallel there. Like, is that just me or what? Like, they're definitely. So this is where she got the lullaby from, or like this is where it like originated from. So she was obviously like close with this dude. Like they were like best friends or something, or good friends. Yo, look at young Isabella, man. It does kind of remind me of Emma, or it makes me think of Emma, especially like you'll climbing the trees and being all kind of energetic and goofy and wow, man. Yeah, and when he got shipped out, and that was the caretaker then, that was her mama, or whatever you want to say. Damn, it's like the parallel. It's like it reminds me of Emma and Norman. Yo, that is so crazy, man. Wow. Wow. Damn. She wanted to get out of here. She was, yep. This is what yeah. Dude, I'm so happy they went into this. In like towards the end too. This is what we saw. Yep, she was on top of the wall. We saw, yep. That's where she like lost all her Her hope, man. Damn. Pregnant? Wait, what? She was pregnant? Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. With who? Like artificially? Or there's no male here unless it's like a demon. That would be fucked up. Had to be artificially. Dude, she was pregnant. Wait, hold on, man. No. Wait. No! Yo! There is no fucking way that's the same lullaby! Ray is her kid? Ray is her kid? So she's... Ray is her kid? Bruh. What? Oh my god! Wow, man. She looks distraught. She looks like out of it, like she's done. Survival. She Man, I can't believe this, dude. Go on. Please be careful. My son. My children. The thing she wanted to do, like, I pray you will find light. Yo, she's waving. Isabella was fucking awesome, dude. She, like, such a great villain, but this twist, man, like that, like, she, oh my god. Yo. If she couldn't do it, she had someone follow in her footsteps to do it. Ray, all the others. Oh, dude. Wow. Wow. The sunrise. They made it. Their first morning. Dude. And they leave it off right there. That's kind of a perfect spot to leave it off, but it's such at a high note, that, like, I just wish I could get the next, like, I wish this was longer, but we gotta wait till next year, man. That is a good point to leave it off at, though, they did it. That segment with Isabella, though, was, wow. See, when they first showed that, like, when she, like, it was very brief, but we saw, like, her mama and her on top of the wall. It was very briefly. But when they show that. I was like, I want them to go into that so much more and at least show more of what happened with that. And thank goodness they did, and we didn't have to like wait for like I don't know another season or something to see that or get more on that. But dude, she is legit the mama of the house. Well, not the house. The house is gone, but she's legit the mama and a mama to Ray. Yo, that is fucking crazy, man. We gotta wait till 2020. Like I was saying, it's not that long of a wait, but it's gonna feel like, man, I'm gonna hold back though, cause I want to be anime. This is like, there's some series where like I don't care like if I'm an anime only or not with, but this is one I feel like I just have to be an anime only with. It just made the experience so much better for me. I mean, no doubt, probably reading the manga for the first time would have been the same way for me, but especially because I heard there's a lot of more kind of psychological like inner dialogues, and they go a lot more into that with the manga. That's something the anime didn't really hit on too well. But from what I've heard, this is a pretty good adaptation overall for this series. So that's something. It's not like a Tokyo Ghoul situation or some shit like where I'm gonna go like straight to the manga. Like I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold back for more of this, man. But this was so, dude. Like that's the thing, man. Like these moms like have been through the same shit. They it's just as bad for them, right, as it is for the children. Like, their own children, and they know what it's like. Crone, Isabella, like like those are the two biggest examples. But Isabella was the same way. She wanted to get out of there, and now she's seeing these kids do the thing that she wanted to do all along from the beginning, but ultimately couldn't. And she's like, she's kind of, as we saw, she's like obviously distraught. She's like exhausted. She's like, but she's also kind of relieved. Like she was saying, like, go, like, I hope you find that light. Like I hope you, like, be careful. Like those kinds of words, man. Like, but that bombshell with Ray, dude. I like when I heard him singing that same song, I was like, no, they are not gonna do that. And first off, when they showed her with a big belly like that, I was like, now they like that had to be like artificially, right? Like impregnation. Like who would have got her pregnant? Like a demon? No, like because we know that her kid is Ray, so that was unexpected. Like especially at the end of the season, like to drop that, man. But wow, amazing stuff, man. Amazing stuff. That's all I can really say. Like this episode 11, like those together, man. Definitely the two best episodes of the anime. But by this point so far, we still have more coming. But like, what a way to leave off your season. Mom is literally Emma plus Norman plus Ray. I mean, yeah. I mean, a lot of it, like, when we saw her, like, as a kid there with that Leslie dude, like, it reminded me, like, the parallel was kind of, like, I was like, she reminds me of Emma, being all goofy and, like, hanging from the trees and, up in the trees and all that. I was like, she reminds me of Emma. And, like, the Leslie kind of reminded me, like, that whole thing right there, that parallel kind of reminded me of, like, her and Norman almost, like, in a sense. But, that is crazy. So overall, man, for this first season, I can't really judge it as a finale because it's not a finale because there's more coming, right? It's not like we're left in the dark about if more is going to come. Although if there wasn't a season two announced, I would still assume this was going to get another season because of the way it sells in Japan, the anime, the manga. Obviously, the manga is like one of the top 10 selling series like right now. So even if it wasn't announced, I wasn't going to be worried. But we know we have more coming, so it's kind of hard to judge this as a finale. But for this arc, for like I don't know if it's actually called the escape arc, but for their actual escape, the plotting, the planning, and all that went into it, great freaking first arc. Like honestly, I would say like 9, 10 out of 10, like in that range between 9 and 10 out of 10 type material, man. Honestly, like they killed it off the rip. But these last two episodes were just absolutely fantastic. With man, Phil getting that task, uh, put on him though to the 4-year-olds and under. There's that too. I forgot to mention that, but that's Phil was kind of suspecting it though, and then he finally learned the truth. So that was kind of made sense why Phil stayed behind then now. So they ultimately didn't go with everyone, but they're saying they're gonna come back. Emma's saying we're gonna come back, get them. We're gonna go get all the other kids from the other plants. Like we're gonna get everyone out of this situation, man. Save them. But yeah, great stuff. We gotta wait a year. We gotta wait a year. Yeah, Phil was just so accepting. He was just like, "I'll do it. I'll stay behind." Like he didn't like, man, but just everything that went into this final episode, like the music they used when they started like zip lining across, the decision to not actually use the bridge, but to actually, which they had been preparing for that. We got to give a lot of love, a lot of props to Don Gilda. When Don just threw that thing across, he threw it wrapped around the tree, and he was the first one. He didn't even hesitate. He went across like that. I was like, yo, Don, like look, like that's what the older ones, they know the kind of place that they have for these other kids. They got to be the examples. So when Don went across like that, it only just was like a chain reaction. All the others was like, "Oh, Don did it. We're all good. Like, let's go." So that was awesome from Don. Got to give a lot of love to both Don and Gilda for what they did in those 2 months, right? To make those preparations. Without Don and Gilda, they're not doing what we just saw them do, honestly. So a lot of people played big parts in this, man. A lot of people. So it's not just the trio. The trio obviously is the main thing, but there's a lot of other people that have their hands in this escape, man. So that was great to see. Like so many of the characters in this series are just so awesome. Emma, Ray, Norman. First off, obviously, but I mean Crone, Isabella is a great freaking antagonist or villain. Great, like great is an understatement for Isabella, honestly. But I mean, did I say Crone already? I think I did. Crone, but I mean Don, Gilda, Phil. Like, there's so many great characters in this show, man. Like, really. Um, but it really like I was enjoying it up until like episode 10 or like 10 or 11 or whatever. 11, but 11 and 12 just took the series to like the next level for me, honestly. Because it was already good before that, but it was like it definitely left off on like the highest note possible. So, yeah, man. Until season two, I want to thank you all for joining me for my reactions for season one, for this episode in particular, but for just season one as a whole, man. And yeah, until season two, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy my reactions in this video, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching once again. Peace out. Damn.